This morning is African American history at the 21st century. And we have to talk about the African American history experience at the 21st century, Dr. Lewis Baldwin. Dr. Baldwin was a professor at Vanderbilt University for a long time, and so Dr. Baldwin, we're just glad to have you with us this morning.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to be back.
Well, I mean, you bring us so much information.
And you know, we've
talked
for
about
a number
so
of years.
many things, I think, for so many years. But in case there might be some individuals in this audience that might not know Dr. Lewis Baldwin. Yeah. Let's have you, Dr. Baldwin, to give us some information in reference to your background, your education, and some of your experiences during this first segment. And then when we come back after this first commercial break, we'll get into African American history at the 21st century.
That's right. Well, I'm a native of Camden, Alabama, known as the Alabama Black Belt. I grew up there in the late 40s and 50s. I attended the segregated Jim Crow schools in rural Alabama. Graduated from Camden Academy High School in 1967. And from there, I matriculated at Talladega College in Talladega, Alabama. Received a BA degree in history in 1971. From there, I matriculated at Crozer Theological Seminary in Rochester, New York, received the MA degree in 1973 and the Master of Divinity degree in 1975. From there to Northwestern University, where I received the PhD in American Christianity in 1980. And since that time, I've actually been writing a lot about Martin Luther King Jr. and the Civil Rights Movement. That has been my primary focus in terms of my scholarship, in terms of my research. I taught at Vanderbilt University from 1984 to 2013, 29 years. Before that, I taught at Worcester College in Ohio, Colgate University in New York. So we're talking here about 35 years of teaching, 35 years of being involved in research.
Writing books.
That's right, that's right. And currently I've written, I guess, about 7 books, and I've co-edited 2, and I've edited 2, and I've co-authored several volumes. So we're talking here about 14 works on African American religious history and culture. And most of those works, of course, are on Martin Luther King Jr.
You know, Dr. Baldwin, you've got so much information dealing with Dr. Martin Luther King as well as the African American history experience itself.
Right. Yes,
because you can't write 14 books dealing with the African American experience for the most part, even though you highlighted Dr. King without knowing something about the African American experience.
That's right.
And what we'd like to do today is to look at the establishment of the African American history experience in a formal sense, you see. And so let's start off by having you to give us some preliminary statements in reference to the African American history experience.
Yes, I think when you look at African American history, Martha, you have to first begin with a figure like Carter G. Woodson. Carter G. Woodson was born in 1875 in Virginia. He was the son of slaves. And he decided, after receiving a degree at University of Chicago, he got his MA degree from the University of Chicago and got his PhD from Harvard University, I think, in 1912. And Carter Woodson had this idea that the nation had to recognize the contributions, the achievements of African Americans to American culture, American history. So in 1915, he started the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History. A year later, 1916, Carter Woodson started what? The Journal of Negro History. And in 1926, a decade later, he started Negro History Week. And Negro History Week was actually a precursor to what we call